Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday evening. I am at my learning board once again. We're going to carry on this Monday night tradition, having a little beverage. And I do have to put in here that I do not condone overdoing it with alcohol, alcoholism, none of that. But I do condone wellness, overall happiness, well-being. So if that means pouring yourself half a 2-ounce pour when you don't have your daughter and you're trying to educate the world, then that is what we are going to do, by golly. By golly. Drop some love in the comments. It is Monday night. I'm going to wait a few minutes. It's always difficult because I don't know who's hopping on, because I cannot see you. Because if I could see you, then you wouldn't be able to understand the learning board. So that comes first, my friends. It does. Drop a ton of love in the comments. Anytime that you feel that this content is valuable, drop the word value in the comments. Click the share button, because sharing is caring. I'm taking time out of my day to educate. And if I can educate double the amount of people because you're helping me spread the word, then I would so greatly appreciate it. So we're going to jump to it. Today is my favorite topic. Any of you that have worked with me, any of you that even know me fairly well, know that I preach about the glycemic index. So any of you that are not familiar with the glycemic index, it's basically a ranking system of foods. And it is showing you how quickly a food is digested in the body. So when we are eating a high glycemic food, it is something like watermelon, pretzels, white bread, straight sugar. It is digested very quickly in the body. Therefore, it spikes blood sugar very quickly. And the pancreas releases insulin in order to bring your blood sugar back down to baseline. Now, the problem with this, I have already drawn the grid, or the chart, if you will. So the green is the insulin, the orange is blood sugar. So let's say we ate a Snickers bar, or even Skittles, whatever, something high glycemic. Our body can digest it very quickly, so our blood sugar goes up very quickly and it drops. So when we have that sugar buzz, everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm on that buzz. And then you have that crash and you feel lethargic and you feel tired. If any of you have ever felt that way, every single person should be dropping a 1 in the comments right now. If you've ever felt that amped up feeling, I've got that sugar rush, that buzz, you know, I took a whole bunch of sugar before this event and I felt good for so long and then I crashed. It's not only just sugar. It can be with other high glycemic foods, which we'll get into, but you feel that quick burst of energy and the drop. Okay, but the problem with this is that when you have that sudden rise and fall, the insulin levels, the green, stay elevated because you're going so fast with the blood sugar. Insulin levels always stay a little bit elevated and they never drop back down to where they should be. So this confuses the pancreas. The pancreas has to keep shooting out more and more insulin every time you eat. And then eventually we become insulin resistant. I'm going to put this down so I can focus on teaching, okay? Again, that's my first glass, and that will be my last glass. I feel like I need to explain myself, which I probably shouldn't need to, but you never know who's watching and who misunderstands Sarah. So I need to explain sometimes. Okay, so I am going to write here that this can lead to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance will eventually lead to diabetes in the long run. So people that get type 2 diabetes, it is all due to eating poorly. 100% type 2 diabetes is preventable. I don't care what you've heard. Type 1 is something that you are born with. Type 2 is very preventable. And even if you are pre-diabetic, if your doctor is terming you pre-diabetic, you can always make lifestyle changes through your nutrition to totally turn that around, okay? I'm curious, if any of you watching on the live or the replay have ever been pre-diabetic and you have turned your life around and now you are totally in the clear, med-free, and you are doing it all through nutrition? Drop it in the comments. I would be very, very, very curious to hear, because it happens all the time. So don't let some of these doctors term you that and then it will allow you to freak you out, and then you get to the point where you're just like, well, I'm pre, so I'm going to become diabetic, and then whatever, I'll have it the rest of my life and I'm going to be on meds. And that shouldn't be your mentality. It should be, okay, I'm going to be an advocate of my own health. I'm going to figure out ways to do this naturally and to fix the problem so it doesn't become a bigger problem. Can I get an amen to that? Okay, so this line right here, we know that the high glycemic is just crazy out of whack. The ideal blood sugar range is right here. It's for both, okay? So this range shows you the difference between being in a fat storage. So here, everything is above the line, right? We have our blood sugar, our insulin, everything is above the line. So we're in the fat storage zone with high glycemic, okay? So I'm just gonna put FS zone, fat storage zone. Right, and I am sorry, my chicken scratch is just that, okay? I learned how to write once a long time ago, and it has just gotten a little bit rough through the years, okay? So I did not finish this whole thing. Okay, so low glycemic. We're eating things, first of all, when you eat protein or fiber, it does not impact blood sugar whatsoever, other than the digestive enzymes that it takes to digest food. So that is something that people ask me about intermittent fasting. They're like, okay, well, does it really matter if I eat just straight protein, 0 carbs, or I have straight fiber? And you know, it doesn't really impact, you said that it's low glycemic, so it doesn't have an impact on blood sugar, but it does have an impact on insulin. So digestive, like when you're eating, it does not matter what you're eating, how healthy it is, just through the digestive process and the digestive enzymes, it still has an insulin trigger to a certain degree. It's not super significant, but it's still enough to kick you out of your fasting zone. So be aware of that. If you are someone that is trying to do intermittent fasting, or anyone that is out there curious of doing intermittent fasting, drop the words intermittent fasting, or you could just put IF in the comments, question mark, and then I can contact you with more information, okay? Low glycemic is something like vegetables, green fibrous veggies, protein. Again, you can eat meat, so that's like super low because it has no impact on blood sugar other than just an impact on insulin. So, you know, things like nuts, things like beans are low, and they're getting a little bit higher, but they're still fairly low. Berries, so fruits can range from very low glycemic with your grapefruit, your berries, cherries even, but when you get up to the high glycemic, which is pineapple, watermelon, grapes, things like that, but watermelon and pineapple are the two biggies that are at the highest glycemic index of fruits. So be aware of that. You can taste the sugars. Something like banana. Banana can range from like a medium to all the way to super high, depending on the ripeness of the banana. So if you have a brown banana, what do you guys think it is? Drop it in the comments. And I hate this because I can't even see who's guessing to my games, but brown bananas, do you think they're high glycemic or medium? 5, 4, 3, 2. I hope I have at least one guess. Brown bananas are super high glycemic. You can taste the sugars. As a banana ripens, you can taste it getting sweeter. Therefore, we eat it, the body digests it very quickly, spikes blood sugar very quickly, therefore insulin goes up very quickly, and then we have that crash. Now, if you're pairing a high glycemic food with a protein or a fiber, something that is super low glycemic, and that is something that I do teach my clients how to do, is pairing the two, because it's not about totally eliminating anything from your diet, especially if it's something that you love and you crave and your family loves. So I want everyone to be able to have their special food, you know, time to time, maybe not every day, but I teach my clients how to get that food that they love and be able to balance it out with other foods in order to lower the overall meal's glycemic index, if that makes sense. So if that's something that you are interested in and you're like, man, you know, I do want a meal plan that's not so extreme, I can still get results, I can still become super healthy, but I still want to be able to eat the foods that I love, then drop a number 2 in the comments. Glycemic, the low glycemic, we are going to go, I'm going to grab the green and I'm going to show you it's exactly what you would think would happen when we eat a low glycemic food, the healthy foods. We eat it, blood sugar just goes up slightly, we stay under that blood sugar range, and then we go have a slow drop back down to baseline, slow rise next time we eat. So these are just every time we eat. So you eat like a Snickers bar, boom. You eat Skittles, boom. You eat even white rice, boom, okay? Now, if you pair it with something like fiber or protein, it wouldn't be as significant of a spike, but that's what I was just talking about. So when the blood sugar is a slow rise, we're gonna have insulin that spikes up and it has time to go back down. Pancreas is not confused. Next time that you eat your low glycemic food or meal, it goes up slowly and then it has time to go back down. Therefore, you always stay in the, or I'm gonna do down arrows, you stay in the fat burning zone. All right, fat burning, fat storage. See what I'm getting at here, folks? So my daughter has, I came up the other day and all my favorite dry erase markers were just dry because they all had the caps off. Do any of your parents, any of your children love to sneak that on you? And then you're like, oh my goodness. Okay, so with the high glycemic, we are fat storage machines, okay? I'm gonna put FS machine. No one wants to be a fat storage machine. Frown face. We don't like it. We don't like it so much. Fat burning machine is what we want. I wish I didn't have to write it in brown, okay? But we're gonna write this fat burning machine. And that ideally means that we're happy. We're happy because we're burning that fat. We have increased metabolism, increased energy. We feel like a machine in all ways. And we reach our goals and we're not doing anything super extreme, okay? Okay, so this is, you guys, it's a struggle. When I am trying to choose on Instagram a cover, no one wants to see me learning. That's at the end of the day, it's so sad. If I choose one snapshot, especially if it's a snapshot of me doing this, holding a glass of wine, I'll get so many more views. And at the end of the day, I need people to view this content because it's important. Can I get an amen? I mean, you gotta figure out this algorithm. And it is no joke. And it is part of the struggle of being an online coach, is trying to figure out this darn algorithm. It is something else. It's something special, let me tell you that. Sucks the life out of you sometimes, trying to keep up with these 20-somethings. Okay, I just get on my tangents. I do. Any questions that you guys have about this content, please drop it in the comments. I will do my best to answer. I'm trying to think what else I missed. Okay, so let's talk about some higher glycemic foods that you may not know. Rice cakes. Ding, 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 ding. A lot of people think rice cakes are like a healthy snack, right? Okay, that's one of the highest glycemic foods there is. Cheerios. You guys, I don't care what the marketing says. The box on Cheerios in your face. Again, anytime that marketing is like, boom, in your face, you know, no high fructose corn syrup, gluten-free, and heart healthy, whole grains. If it is just like shoved in your face, down your throat, marketing, it's probably not that great. I hate to say it. I mean, they do such a good job to confuse the consumer. And so you just need to be aware, and you need someone to help navigate you through the chaos, because it really, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's navigating through the chaos. Can someone drop that in the comments? Navigating through the chaos. So many products out there are junk. And at the end of the day, if you can just buy fresh, raw, right from the earth, and build from there, add from there, that is going to be your best bet. But especially when you're buying things that are packaged and they have a ton of ingredients, preservatives, things like that. Again, I tell people all the time, if you look at a food and you know that you can cook that food in the microwave, zap it, nuke it in the microwave, 30 seconds, boom, meal, done, let's eat, high glycemic. If you can cook it that easily, and it's just that easy to do, your body is going to easily digest it just like that. Now, you know, it's like the same thing with, let's talk about oatmeal. What is your favorite type of oatmeal? Drop in the comments while I take another swig of my wine. And tell me what your favorite wine is. I have been on this white wine kick. I'm typically all about red, but you know, I've had a couple of good whites, and I'm feeling it. I'm trying to pretend like it's nice weather out. It's not so great. Not so great in Columbus, Ohio. I tell you that, my friends. So, oatmeal. Oatmeal is my favorite food on this planet. At this point, you guys, the last couple of years, that is so sad to say, but I prefer oatmeal over anything else. I eat it every day. Now, if you're looking at quick oats, you can nuke it in the microwave. What do they say? Like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever it is. Super high glycemic. I don't care if it is whole grain. High glycemic. You get steel cut oats that are very, very, very hard pellet type. When you get it, it takes a long time to prepare. It's because very high fiber. It is much lower glycemic than the quick oats, okay? So view it that way. I know we are in a time that it's like we are all in a rush. We don't have time. We want it quick, 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 quick. Okay, but think about it. That's why we are all overweight. Because everyone's like, I want it quick, I want to eat it quick, I want to make it quick, I want to boom, boom, boom. Why am I sitting here and I need to lose weight now? Just slow it down. And there are so many ways to prepare food, so you're not taking eons of time to do it, but you just need to talk to someone that knows how to do it, right? This girl right here, I can help you out. I can help you out, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what I do. So I gotta hand it to you. I gotta hand it to you, okay? And if you just like watching my videos, then I honestly am so grateful for you guys for even tuning into my videos and my posts and giving me so much engagement and love. And I so want to just say thank you for that. And I honestly, you know, Monday nights, my daughter's with her daddy. And so I'm busy all throughout Monday. I obviously don't have plans on Monday night. And so it's nice to be able to enjoy a Monday night and feel like I do have somewhat of friends. Drop some heart emojis in the comments, you guys, because I am so grateful for you guys. I really am. And as I told you the other night, again, when I had a cocktail in my hand, and this is how we always meet. I am an emotional person, so I am very, very grateful. Okay? So again, for the 99th time, I got off of the main topic here, but I think that's really all I have for you. Low glycemic, high glycemic, stick to the low, regardless of what you are doing with your nutrition. Whether you're doing gluten-free, You are doing paleo, you are doing vegetarian, vegan. Everyone doing keto is doing low glycemic because they don't really consume carbs, okay? 5% of their calories from carbs. Therefore, they're all going to be low glycemic. But with everyone else, you can still do that type of lifestyle and still eat low glycemic. So this isn't something like, oh, I have to choose paleo or low glycemic. Low glycemic fits into anything. And that's why it has literally been, I think on PubMed.gov or whatever, they compared all different types of nutrition plans or approaches. And they said that following a low glycemic meal plan is the #1 most maintainable nutrition plans that covers all the bases. So it helps you on a medical level, on a physical level. I mean, medical is physical, but you know, if you're looking at like preventative diabetes and disease, and you're also looking at weight loss and muscle building and all that. So it covers everything. It really does. And I've been living proof because everyone's like, Sarah, you're like one of the few people that I see that don't like go up in weight and down in weight and up in weight and down in weight. How do you do it? Literally, this is the only thing I follow. The only thing. And I've been doing it for over a decade. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I work this into every single client plan of mine. And it's the only maintainable way. I tell you, it really is. Long-term maintenance is key. So thank you again. I am done for the night. I'm going to chillax. I'm going to Netflix and chill by myself. Don't be judging. Peace.